guys, and welcome to Food Friday. I'm here in the kitchen about to cook up a bloody delight. So join me, get in your kitchen, get the ingredients, and we're going to make a lovely soup today. So luckily for you, we're going to be doing this every Friday because we're bored here in lockdown and we just love to eat. So today we are cooking a satay sweet potato soup. It's kind of not my own recipe, I'll let that slip, but I've modified it to make it taste even better. The best food is made by the most simple ingredients. Come and have a look. Come on. You will need 1 sweet potato. You can choose a fresh one, I've got a mouldy one. 2 juicy limes. 3 garlics, unless you prefer it more garlicky or less garlicky. I go for 3. So usually I'd use chili flakes, but I stole these from next door because I ain't got any chili flakes. So yeah, we'll just see how hot they're gonna turn out. My favourite ingredient, peanut butter. You're gonna need some cumin spice, my favourite. I actually love cumin. You're not gonna need much equipment for this soup, guys. You're gonna need a masher, a wooden spoon, a teaspoon, which is this one, a tablespoon, sharp knife, and a pan. Before we do anything, wash your hands. Like this. You put the water on, wrap them together, in between the fingers, on top of the hands.
Palms, do the palms.
Don't forget the palms.
And the thumbs.
And the thumbs.
And the fingernails.
And up underneath the fingernails. And then now we're going to rinse. Oh, they feel so clean. Move aside the ingredients, you don't need them just yet. Although you do need this big whopper. You're going to take the skin off this big boy. If you haven't got a big one, then it's a shame for you. So you're going to want either one big one like this, which weighs about 500 grams, or a couple of little ones. So if you're going to peel with a knife, make sure you're always doing it away from you. I got arm pump. What? And just like that, she's peeled. Now you're going to put it on the chopping board and we're going to chop it up into small pieces. Cubes, I think the professional term is. Dice. You're going to dice it now. Just going to chop it like this into rings. If your potatoes aren't very stable, I would advise you to cut it down the middle. It's a bit big for this, but cut it down the middle. And then it's got something a bit more stable. Another safety tip for you. So you want your cubes about this size, although the smaller you make it, the easier it is if you haven't got a whizzer. I finally finished chopping and I've now got a mountain of diced sweet potato. So I'm gonna put that in a pan now. Oh yes. Okay, so put your kettle on. Put a bit of water in it, put a bit of water in your kettle, then put the kettle on. Just going to put the sweet potato in a pan with nothing in it, turn the heat on. So I've put the pan on number 5 out of 6, so that's just to get it warmed up, and then I'm going to add my water that's just boiled. You want to put enough water in so it's just, you can just see the top of the potatoes sticking out of the water, like this. Okay, so put a lid on that and leave it to do its thing. That's going to go nice and soft, and then we're going to start mashing it. But in the meantime, you can get your garlic cloves and your chilli, and we're going to chop them up. I like chunky garlic, but you can cut it however you want it. You're going to mash or blend. If you're going to be blending it, it doesn't matter at all how you chop your garlic. I'm only going to put 1 chilli in, actually, I've decided, so I'm going to chop the chilli up now. That'll do. Okay, it's going in the pot. My chilli and my garlic are going in the pan, and then you're going to give that a nice little stir. So it's bubbling away nicely now. You could turn it down a little bit if it's bubbling too much. Keep the lid on, and basically you just keep checking for it when they go nice and soft. You want them soft enough to mash it. At this point we can add in the cumin. I actually love cumin, which I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. If you're a confident chef like myself, you'll mix it all in and do the taste test now and again and realise if you need more or less cumin. So you can see now that the sweet potato is starting to mash up a little bit itself. That's great news because that means we're not far off. Just keep giving it a mix now and again. So we're going to squeeze the lime straight in. I like to get my lime's worth, so if you get your spoon and just drag out all the bits. You want them chunky bits because they're flavoursome. This is in the kitchen, guys. We've forgotten to put the peanut butter in. Okay, so you're going to need a tablespoon. Like this one. Quick! How have I forgot that? I like peanut butter a lot, so this is where the satay comes from. You're going to want at least 2 tablespoons. If you're using proper peanut butter, which is 100% peanuts, you're going to want to add a little bit of salt. Some of the other peanut butters do have salt in them, so I wouldn't bother in that case, but I'm going to add a few little grates of salt. So I'm going to do a test now. Oh, it cut very nicely. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, but just to make the mashing a little bit easier. It's time to mash. So you can turn it off now. There doesn't need it to be any more heat. It's got to a good consistency. You can see that the potatoes already started to break down. That's exactly what we're after. And basically just start mashing. If you've got a whizzer, just get the whizzer in there. Okay, so this is the point where you really show your true colours and your character, and you mash it to how you like it. So I like it lumpy. Little fun fact about me. So I like to leave some chunks in there. If you don't like the chunks, just get rid of the chunks and lumps by just keep on mashing. If you have a look now, have a look. That's pretty good for me. Maybe a little bit more mashing, but you can see the consistency is not soup. So what you do is you just add some hot water. So here goes the taste test. A little bit nervous. Bloody great. Nailed it. So that's the soup done now. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and we're gonna be having it tomorrow. So we've just been on a ride and now we're gonna heat the soup up and enjoy it for lunch because I'm absolutely ravenous. And top tip is that you might want to add a little bit of water overnight. It kind of absorbs a bit, so if you want it a bit runnier, add some water. To finish it off, I'm just going to put a dollop of sour cream. Oh. Taste test. I'm going to need another slice of bread. Oh yeah, that's actually fantastic post-ride. That's what I wanted. Oh, first things first, get window open. 2. Depending on the size of the soup you want to make, you want... shut up, Bex. 2 limes. Turn the heat on to something warm, hot. 2 juicy limes. You're going to add enough so it just wets the bottom. You don't want it swimming in it, it's just too... No, you're not. You're going to add more, actually. I didn't put enough in the kettle. But you can just keep adding it if you want. 2 teaspoons. 2 might be quite a lot, actually. No, yeah, 2's great. Is my hair really messy? I can see it. It must be right messy. At least 2 tablespoons. I just totally made that up right there.